Hi guys, I guess 4 times is a charm. I tried to do this video 4 times now and I keep getting either a phone call or a text and it knocks my video off. So my husband's called twice, so I had to finally take the call. Okay, bonus days ends July 31st. You get $5 coupon to spend in August for every $50 that you spend. If you spend $150, you also get you get 3 coupons, and then you get 10% bonus rewards. So you get $15 in merchandise in July, and then $15 in coupons to spend in August. So that ends the 31st, which is Friday. The Christmas catalogs have started to arrive in the mailboxes. I know Pam has hers, and so does Shauna, and so does Sharon. I know they've let me know that they got their catalogs. I did get mine that I sent to myself just so I could kind of see when you all started getting yours. You got one in the mail if you have been one of my online customers who have placed orders. Otherwise, I don't have a way to add you as a customer in the system. I do have some catalogs though that arrived this week, and I can do hand deliveries for those who would still like to get a catalog. The other thing, this is our annual catalog, which is live currently, and you can order until next May. We're going to continue on our series today of the Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set, and this is it. I wasn't really too enthused when I saw it in the catalog, just because I'm not a fan of yellow. I never have been. I just never really liked, or I like yellow, I guess. I just don't like a goldish yellow. I don't know. But it comes in a suite. It has 2 stamp sets, a die set, and also a punch. All of the things on page 10 come in the suite. That's for those people who like to get the paper and the embellishments and the ribbon and everything that, you know, comes with it. You can get it all at one time by putting in one order number, or you can get just the individual things that you like. Well, today we're going to use the stamp set and the dies and make a really quick card. And I've already done the stamping since my video was interrupted, but it's just, it's so easy. You really won't need much instruction to make it. So here's our stamp set, and you can see I've used it a lot. I've actually lost one of my leave stamps somewhere. I'm gonna have to get down on the floor, I guess, and look under the cabinet and see if it got knocked off or something. But I really like the dies. I really like the big detailed sunflower, and these little sprigs that you can stick in behind are really cute too. Leaves, and this just cuts out the big sunflower if you want to stamp it and then cut that out. And this is, of course, the little sunflower with leaves that you can cut it out. And then it's got an extra, if you want a special center for your sunflower, you can do that too. So let's get started. Reminder that on our last 2 videos, we did this hinge card. This one opens up this way, and then these others opened from the side. And this was just these were just the using the die cuts, and this is stamped. This is just one color, just stamped simply on the stamp. Look how pretty and vibrant that is. But this one, we did the direct to rubber technique, where you use the sponge dauber. What happened to this? You used the sponge dauber and colored it on the stamp and then stamped it. And then we took our blender pen and we blended out some of the color. And if we wanted more color, you can go back in with the sponge dauber. Just don't blend. I mean, just don't keep coloring, because this has got, I think, either alcohol or glycerin in it, and it will make a hole in your paper, in your cardstock. Don't ask me how I know that, because I have done it. But here's the other one that we did, that we blended. Okay, now today's cards don't look anything like that. So this is the card that we're making today. I love the way that the little bit of black border pops the color up off of the base. I embossed this white embossing powder on black, and I've ordered some fresh embossing powder. I think mine's pretty old, so I didn't get a good coverage, and I don't know, maybe if that's because I need to re-ink my Versamark ink pad, or the embossing powder was not was kind of stale. I'm not sure, but anyway, it still looks okay, and I'm going to use it. But you could just as easily use the same color cardstock and maybe a black border underneath it, and then maybe this little white strip, and put your greeting on. There's many different ways that you could put the greeting on without heat embossing if you don't have the heat embossing equipment. And then I just stamped randomly on the inside. And then I also added the same thing on the corner of the envelope to decorate it. You could also put the stamp on the back. So basically, I've already done the stamping. I just did that when the phone rang and it knocked off the video. So basically, I took my Flirty Flamingo layer and I just stamped the same ink. I used Flirty Flamingo ink and I stamped the sunflower tone on tones. Flirty Flamingo ink on Flirty Flamingo, that's hard to say that many times in a row, cardstock. And I want to show you just a little, if you'll notice this little blip here on my ink pad, this is big, and you see how it's actually letting a little bit of air into my ink pad. So this is because one of the grandkids, I think, opened this ink pad and they tried to close it before they had it all the way open. So what you need to do, you open here at the little, now some people can do this, but my hands aren't strong enough to do that. As these get looser, I guess you can, but they squeeze here at the end and it pops it open. But I can't, mine don't do that. So I open here, I open it all the way out, and then I push it all the way in, do my stamping, and then I grab the little space here, my fingernails, or my thumb. Some of these are really tough. They say if you take a candle and when it's extended all the way out and just kind of rub it on the side, it makes it easier to open and close. But you pull this all the way back out, all the way to the end. Then you flip it up and then you have to snap it. That's how you know it's closed and sealed. So I may end up having to get another ink pad, but I do have a refill, so I can refill it. But it's plenty juicy because I had to clean off my stamp earlier when I was stamping. So this one is Flirty Flamingo. Now, it's the only one, I just put this one together when the phone rang and knocked my video off. And so this one, let's see, here's my die cut. We're just going to use the white die cut. And I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm just going to color a little bit of it before I put it on. I think it's easier to color these before I put them on the card. I mean, because I don't want it all over that, so I just want to put a little on the sunflower itself. Get the center. Now, if I do want a little spritz all over the card, I just did it on this one before the video stopped. I don't know if you can see it. If you can see the shine, I can't tell on the video if it shows or not. Oh, there, I see some of it. You just take your Wink of Stella and anything hard, and just hit it against it, and it will splatter it kind of all over the, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it to this one. It just splatters it randomly. And it's got alcohol in it, so it's going to dry fairly quickly. And I am finished with this. There's the lid. So it just puts a random glittery look to it. And then don't throw these away. When you think they're empty and you can't get any more out of it, add a few drops of rubbing alcohol. It's one of the things I always keep in my stamp room 70% alcohol. It's the same thing I use to blend with the, what is that stuff called? The shiny, it's a little bottle. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, you mix it, and you can mix it in a bottle, and you can spray it too. Shimmer spray. You just shake it up, and I don't know if you can see the glittery look in here, but since the alcohol's in it, it helps it dry fast. So anyway, so don't just throw those away when you think they're empty. Okay, now we're going to put our sunflower on. And I think I'm going to, I didn't put dimensionals on this one, but I think I'm going to put dimensionals on this other one. So we'll see which one we like better. And of course, always use all of your dimensionals. You can cut them up into smaller pieces. I don't know where my non-stick scissors went. Oh, here they are. Thanks to Crystal for that little, and this is where I just did the black one. Lay it over here. On this one, I used black dimensionals under the greeting. I don't know if you can see the edge. So if you look at it from the edge, you don't see that white dimensional under there. You see the black dimensionals. Or actually, you don't notice at all since the cardstock is black. Okay, I'm going to cut this up a little bit so it'll fit a little better. And probably one more. Okay, take your pick tool, take those pieces off. And we're just going to put this on our card. And then our greeting, let's see where I laid that. Moved everything when the phone rang. Oh, here it is. And I just did the technique, you know, where you cut around the loopy letters. And I think that's kind of cool. But as I've done on this other card, you could use just a flag on the end, or you could stamp it on white in maybe Flirty Flamingo, and then just put a tiny little border of black under that to pop it up. So there's an alternative. And then I'm going to use my black scrap that I stuck on there to save it. So one there. One there. And one there. I really hope that you'll comment on the video after you watch it, and I want to give a sample of one of the cards away, and I will use a random picker to pick the winner. I don't know if you all like the videos because, I mean, I don't see many comments on them, so I don't know if I'm showing you things that you want to see, that you like or you don't like, if there's something else you'd want to see. Okay, there's the, we've added the greeting. And then we're going to add some of the white, elegant, faceted gems. I love these. These are my favorite. We use a big one and then another little one. Voila. Quick, easy, and you could whip out, if you had to do a bunch of cards, birthday cards, or well, any kind of card. You could use it for anything. Anything happy, I guess. But you could whip these out in no time at all, because it's only 4, you've stamped the sunflower randomly 4 times on the card. Added it a little in the corner, and then on your envelope. I mean, it is done. Your card's done. So I hope that you liked this take on the sunflower set. Not your traditional yellow sunflower. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, this is the one we popped up, and this is the one that's glued down. I think I like the one that's popped up better. All right. Thanks, everybody. Create something fun today.